Ok, để tao xem màn hình nhá. Thế hình như mày phải ấn vào bên dưới đúng không? Nhìn thấy màn hình không?
Có.
Ok, part 1. Okay, so we start at part 1. I will ask you about the shopping topic. Do you like shopping?
Yes.
Trả lời đi. Câu này nè.
Shopping là cái bao nhiêu ấy?
Cái topic 24 ấy. Mày có nhìn được màn hình của tao không?
Không, thôi không sao đâu. So talk about shopping. Um, for
So do you like shopping?
for for me, I think that's the answer is no, because I think that shopping is a waste of my time. Because I don't know how to choose the uh, closet to fit for my size and for my hobby anyway. Well, I think when I go shopping, I need another person to go with me, and so it will take time of two people. Two people. I think so. I don't like shopping.
So how often do you go shopping?
Uh, when I was in Hanoi, I go shopping 2 or 3 times a week. But when I back to my hometown, I don't go shopping anymore because of COVID-19. But I think that's in the future when I come back to my university, I will go shopping for about twice a week.
And what kind of shops are there in the area you live?
Uh, where my hometown is a small district, but it has many type of shop. Uh, it has the closest like the global brand like Tokyo Gui. And no, Tokyo Gui name anime. I just remember the Tokyo something. Uh, yeah, a lot of brand, but I can remember its name. NZR style about uh, local brand in Vietnam like Việt Tiến. Um, uh, some shop that are made by local people. It's of frequently it's by shop that's from two hands shop and it had a strip sport so I never go to that place but I think that people in my hometown very like it and the customer volume of that kind of shop is very high.
Ê, ấn thử lại vào cái share màn hình đi. Ấn lại vào cái dưới. Xong rồi. Ôi, nó vẫn bị thế. Okay, so what's the worst thing about shopping?
Yeah, and I said before it's about it's waste a lot of time because you need not very the cost of the shirts or jeans or a shoe that you want to buy is of, uh, is usually very high. and you can just do it one a week or maybe twice a month. So as you need to check it and consider whether to buy it or not very carefully. Uh, and even though you take about 2 or 3 hours at the store, you can still make a mistake. Like when you, well, like when I bought a shoe in from the Adidas. When I come to home, I found that it cannot you. It look beautiful. It cannot use for my purpose, like using to running or play basketball. So I need to. So I need another. Need to come back to that store again and mm, make an exchange with that store owner. It's, yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite complicated process. Yes, so that's my
Okay.
opinion about shopping. That's me.
Uh, so we
What?
move to part two. Um, two. So can you describe a family member who you like the most?
Well, I think that's em cứ mở lại như vừa rồi đi, dễ nhìn hơn.
Ờ, Đây,
Đó,
phần này được chuẩn bị đấy. So, you have 1 minute to prepare.
không cần đâu nói luôn nhé. Đó.
Này ơi,
So,
cứ chuẩn bị đi. Okay, so let's talk about a family member who you like.
well, I will talk about my grandfather. Uh, so that's his birthday, but until now, he birthday for 2 years. But every time I talk about him, I usually use the present, uh, yeah, the yes, because I still consider him still alive. Um, yes, so I will talk about my grandfather. Um, and I love him for a lot of reasons, but I think the first reason about that, uh, he a very kind man, kind, and he take care of me very carefully. When I was a kid, for about 3 to 5 years old, he was the guy who take a back for me, and he teach me a lot of things. So when I told at that time he was very old and cannot do things like uh, taught me to learn as a but he taught me a lot of things from what he's doing things every day. Um, I I I haven't I had to never do anything with him. But I think that we do the same thing, the same hobbies that we are very like read book. He also like uh, create and write poem. poem. Oh, yeah. Um, I can say that he had the most impact on me on how I want to read. Yes, I when I was young, I still young. Used I used to read about 3 or 2 books a week. It's very interesting. It make me get out, me and him. I think so. Get out of the boring world that we have to experience every day. Um, and I think the more lesson is the the most memorable memory that he made with me about how his question his family that government pay him for being a soldier. At the time, well, my family is not very poor, but not not, not quite rich, and he had a strength to take a money for being a soldier in the rest of his life. But he denies and say that such money and and he said that such
Yes,
money
I'm here.
needs to be used for worthier people and who need it more than he. And from him, I learned about how humanity can and how a good person have a behavior. Yeah, that's all my talk about family background.
Okay, and we move to part three. Mhm. So, in part three, I will ask you why is it important to learn a foreign language?
Another question.
Another. Why is important to play sport?
Uh, Nice question. Uh, I choose okay. Let's say. So I think that's it very crucial for people to play sport. Well, it is the best exercise for you to do every day because it not only make you happy and make you interested in the work you are doing, it also can help you and can help to boost your mental health and make and can solve many of your mental problems like when you are depressing or when you are sad or being have a fire of job or being in uh, yeah or you are having a unrequited love something like that. um so I think there are many clear there are very many there are many clear reasons why playing sport is important, but I think the first thing to say about that you can it's help a lot for your health. uh, it's good your heartbeat, can maintain your physical health, and it can help you to uh, prevent very some disease like good uh, just staying home too long. Uh, on the and the second reason about you can have mm, I think that you can have a lot of you can have more friends because when you come to a course or playing a new sport, it means that had to get accustomed to a new relationship circle. So you meet a lot, you meet more people, you have much more friends, you can have bad people, but you can have a chance to meet a nice or good person. So that when you have such quality relationship, you can have it can help you to in your list in your list like your job opportunities or your or maybe the person that you like will become your wife or your best friend. Yes, so my apology.
Okay.
Now it's just about let- now tell me about television. Oh, thì cái này nó không mình tắt được. Đấy rồi. Ừ, mình cứ xe này là được. Bắt đầu
Very
đi.
bad man.
Bắt đầu đi.
So mày hỏi đi.
So tell me about the topic about television.
Hỏi từng câu đi.
Do you like watching TV?
Actually, I don't really keen on watching TV because I realize that we can see everything on television by smartphone, and it's even more flexible. The shows on television are always shown in the fixed time, so it's hard for me to manage my time and watch it on time. So I always miss them. And with smartphone, I can watch after the show is done on on the television, and I can watch it whenever I have my spare time.
Yes. So how much time do you spend watching TV?
Um, because I do not really get into watching TV, so I spend very little time sit in front of it. Uh, I really watch television only when it's had the show that is my favorite. And how much time I waste on television depend on the show that I follow. So it usually about 1 to 2 hours.
And when do you usually watching TV?
Um, I believe that my parents will think that it is a scarcity when seeing I watch the box. Because actually there's not many shows that I really keen on. Um, Even when it has one, I usually choose watch it on my smartphone unless it is a live show and I want to watch it uh, right there with a big screen. So I think I watch TV once or twice a month.
Okay. So how about tell me what style of program do you like watching?
Although I am not watch the although I don't watch the box very often, but there are some kind of TV program that I really like. I usually spend my time watching TV serial um, because I like the shows that have a running storyline because it motivates me to watch the next episodes. Uh, so I see that TV serial, especially Vietnam serial, are quite enjoyable and uh, attractive enough for me to uh, uh, t- uh, attractive enough to amuse viewers who aren't in the habit of watching television like me.
And tell me about what type of TV program are popular in your country?
People are always prefer a TV serial in my country because it has famous people who act very well, and the directors of TV serial are really talented in providing many wonderful film script, and it also was shown on in the evening at about 8 to 10 p.m. It's a time that like everyone are free, and they will be it will be more easier for people to see.
Yes. And why do children like watching TV?
Yeah, actually, I think that television have many attention grabbing shows for especially for children today. They may tell an exciting story or enlighten children something they haven't know, uh, which which make they which make them feel so cool, and they may feel that other outside activities seem very become mind numbing. Yeah, and um, so I think that's the reason why children like watching TV today nowadays. So we move to part two. You can choose the topic, and I can share.
Uh, yeah, about your idea house.
Idea. Okay. Here. Um, Yeah, I surely think that most of people nowadays have their own dream house, and I have one so, and today I will talk about it. Um, First, it would be a detached house located near a beach in the suburbs. Uh, yeah, I think I have I want 1 minute to prepare. Can you give me 1 minute? Okay. Um, yeah, I actually think that most of people have their own dream house, and I have one so. And today I will talk about my ideal house. First, it would be um, a detached house located near a beach in the suburb. Uh, I really get bored and annoyed by the hustle and bustle in the city, especially the traffic jam in the rush hour. And A detached house near a beach would absolutely has no crowded calculation, and therefore the air pollution will be not serious problem. About the feature of the house. um, I don't really need the house would be very high with each uh, a 5 or 6 story house. I think two or almost 3 floors is potential. Um, Instead, I like my house would be super large because it will give me more spacey and a clear feeling. Um, and I like my future house to follow a um, um, mini, uh, minimalist style. In other words, not having too much furniture or equipment, which will make my house become stuffy and uh, unventilated. Yeah, and about the paint color, I it could be painted in the color creamy white because it's a basic and comfortable color which will up to the minute every time uh, uh, and not easily become out of date. Or maybe I would get bored soon if I painted my house very colorfully. Yeah, and one more thing is it would be nice if my house was so light and airy. Mean that most of the rooms face the south, so we will get lots of the natural light and air. Yeah, and there's one thing that I have dreamed about is uh, um, a balcony with a cane tray and a small round table. Yeah, I wish I could sit there in every afternoon and with a cup of tea and watch the beach view. Yeah. Um, uh, okay, that is all about my dream house, and I will try my best uh, since now to have to so that I can afford it one day in the future.
Okay.
So we move to part three. Hỏi đi.
Uh, so tell me, why do many people move from countryside to cities?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I guess I would have to say that there are probably a number of factors involved why people move from the countryside to the cities. Um, Yeah, the main basis is Berkeley because moving to the cities will give people better job opportunities. Um, that not mean that we cannot have a job in the countryside, um, uh, actually there are plenty of job opportunities awaiting you in the city more than in the village or the countryside. Uh, yeah, and uh, I think there are some several factors that have contributed to this, including economic, environmental, and educational advancements. Um, yeah, and furthermore, people can um, pursue careers while they are living within a city. Um, it would make sense to uh, pursue a technology focused job in a small town, especially when there are those rules and uh, uh, especially when those rules are more suited to more urban ecosystems such as the uh, Greater Toronto area. Yeah, and as well as this, a subsequent factor could be because um, moving to the city will give people more chance for the entertainment. Yeah, from a quiet bookstore to the loud clubs, there are never a shortage of things to do or even seen when you're moving to the big city. Yeah. Um, no matter what your preference, maybe you will find something that appear to your interest. Um, yeah, and that's thing that I really like when moving to the city is that you might have also encountered some of your favorite movies or musical personality in the big town, um, because they almost work in the city and you rarely can meet them in the countryside or in the village. Yeah, I think that are two main reasons why people nowadays always move from the countryside to the cities.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and now we take turn. Why? I will ask you again. One more turn.
Yes. Ơ,
Uh,
can em mình hỏi mấy câu trong cái week 5 được không?
Việt Nam á hả?
Ừ, có hỏi cho mấy mình.
Đây cái gì? Bây giờ đến lượt tao hỏi lại mày á.
Ừ.
So, what do you usually do at the weekend? Topic 26.
Well, it's my leisure time or no more. But when it was my leisure time, I do a lot of things like chilling or relaxing or to give me a chance, a time to recharge my energy to to play another week. And I usually yes I usually sleeping until the late morning or maybe some week not very quite often but maybe until afternoon like yeah when I'm wake up I go out and play basketball immediately. And if I just wake up at morning, I will have time to reading book or reading. Yes, I very like reading romantic book from the American authors, like reading about the twilight, or about the uh, Lord of the Ring. Yeah, some kind of very uh, dramatic and very quirky novel to read. Yeah,
Yeah. So, what do people usually do at the weekends do in your country?
uh, like my friends, they actually go outside and have a coffee with a friend, go talking, just gossip. Or some other guy like to going around to take a photograph and do things that they love, like yeah, learning a new technique or learning to play a new instrument. Uh, yeah, it's just time for your hobbies or your time for your laziness.
Yeah. And do you think your weekends are long enough?
Well, I think the way I decide is long or not, it belong to what's the situation that I be in. Because when I'm in the long run in the project, that's a very a project and it's very rushed and a lot of work needs to be done. I think that uh, a week is a time for me to get out of the other course like studying or yeah studying stuff in the school to make to use all my time for doing my project and my work. So I think that at this moment the time would be very short. But when it comes to a time like I go, I need to use that day in my hometown or with some boring guy or doing homework. I will tell it would be long as a year. So, yeah,
So, how important do you think is it to have freedom?
I think that I just think it's free time, right?
Yeah, in free time.
And I usually well when I spend time to for my hobby like reading book, I feel that it's very important because when you don't have a time to relax or just to break out from what you are doing, you cannot have a chance to look backward to it and remind yourself of what you have done is correct or what you have done is wrong. And you don't have time to rethink about what you have done. You cannot have chance to improve your work, rise in this progress. And but actually kill time just by playing or just doing all the entertainment stuff can be a very quite a waste of time. And we should try to limit just time as much as we can. Mm, like we should engaging with ourselves that I, every Sunday I would spend two time to going outside to talk with my friend about my future plans, about my next step in my jobs, something. So that if you use it wisely, it can be very useful for your life or your career path.
Okay. Ờ,
Có nice to do that.
phần 2, part 2 đâu nhỉ?
Thôi chị cứ hỏi cái nào.
Đợi chút nha. Okay. So, in part two, can you describe a close friend? And I will give you 1 minute to prepare.
Yeah.
Describe a close friend. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, so you can talk right now. Describe a close friend.
Um, well, um, I I will surprised by my girlfriend. Well, in as we mature, we lost a lot of friends in that process. Yeah, maybe we don't. Yeah, we cannot get fit with each other because our ambition and our objective is quite different in now. Uh, but I can still remain maintain a 12-year relationship of best friend until now. Well, his name is Hoàng. Yeah. Well, unlike me, who's interested in and in the business, he come to IT and technology as a as a university who we right beside a bus, and we first met when we was kindergarten kids, and we play well with each other from that ego from the top. Well, I like him a lot because well, he a bit too honest and can be easily to use. But he also a quite good man and have a poor hearted. Well, also he lived in a rich family. Like his father was one nominated for being president, preventing the socialization antivirus of the government, but he denied. And then the one who replaced him was uh, accusing for bribing, and uh, he was sentenced about 10 years. Sentence. And no, he is not very popular with other people, but he had a wide social circle. He's had a lot of friends who come from many regions of countries, like from Taiping, Hanoi, Hồ Chí Minh, Sơn La, Điện Biên, and everyone who can have just one chance to play with him, they always will love or uh, at least they will like him because he very kind and he don't play with them for benefits or to or chance to take advantage of this relationship in the future, he can only focus on the present and think how to make all of them will be happy and have a chance to say their story. Yes.
Okay. So we move to part three. Uh, so do why do many people want to live abroad?
'Cause, I can there are many reasons why people want to live, but I can tell you that um, they always have a dream and making a new life on the foreign shores. Their dreams of many. Mm, but what happened? And I think that a lot of us talk about running away from their place or their country, so they want to find the right lifestyle in the foreign country. Or maybe just retire and cut in the trip to move someplace where the weather is always sunny and the beer is always chilled. Mm, mm, while moving abroad is becoming more and more popular, it has plenty of benefits, uh, such as traveling to new places, meeting new people and cultures. For some people, moving abroad is necessary, and vice versa is their choice. Um, People are more willing to relocate abroad for work, relationships, or just a new adventure. In Europe, around 50 million people live outside their home country for a better quality life and living new experience. Things develop quickly, and economics are changing. People become more courageous and fearless. For a student, it has become a normal and natural thing to have at least one international experience. But now, young professionals are embracing this more and more as well. In the end, some settle in the whole new country for good, while others keep on wondering why new place all the time. I see that the main one about employment, studies, expand horizon, better life, or weather. Uh, Living abroad is not always a walk in the park. You will be away from your friend and family, and it might be going through a difficult situation. But there are also more benefits than disadvantages regarding moving abroad. See, whether this is a short period of time or a long period of time, there are something that will change into your life. Mm, you can learn a lot. You have a chance to learning a new language, and the most aspect are reflected you as an individual. Um, it's also it help for your professional development. It helps to make your CV look impressive and help your application stand out. Working abroad will open you many doors. You can come into contact with a whole different culture and develop new skills such as learning a new language. The training experience gained abroad are something employer and recruiter are looking for. So, um, in contrast, it have you a lot. It can provide you lots of benefit in your later life, in your career path or job opportunities, just your lifestyle. So I think that's sort of the other reason why people want to live abroad.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will ask you. So part one, I will ask you about happiness. Happiness.
Um, yeah,
What kind of things make you happy?
yeah. I think there are many kinds of things that make me happy. But I think the happiest thing is that um, when I see my family spend time together. Um, Maybe just have a dinner or go out or um, playing with my cousin or my uh, brothers. Yeah, and I think that is um, that's a satisfaction that I want to see in my life. Yeah, and it cheer me up very much after a busy week. Yeah, I just want to see my family in my weekend. That make me very happy.
And well, you're very like my mother, who always needs my family to eat lunch or eat evening to eat together. So what
Yeah,
do you do if you are feel unhappy?
yeah. Whenever I feel unhappy or upset, I always find my friend to talk and because I want to hear uh, her advance that she will show me what I need to do now, and she will cheer me up and brighten me up, so that I can go through my bad time with my friend, but not alone. It helped me a lot because when I feel unhappy, when I feel unhappy, I stand alone. Will Standing alone will make me think more about that sadness. Yeah, and I cannot get over. I cannot move on with it. And but when I talk about it with my friend, um, I can be in my high spirit right then. Yeah.
And is unhappiness always a bad thing?
Yeah, actually, I don't think that unhappiness is always a bad thing because um, after we go through an unhappiness thing, we will feel more. We will have more strength. We will become. Um, we will become more self. Okay, we after we go through an unhappiness thing, we will have more strength to go through other unhappiness things. uh, yeah, and it will give me more about the experience, uh, and we will have more experiences to experience more unhappiness thing and another things. Yeah, and I think that everyone should have some unhappiness thing so that we will not be we will and we will find out that there are many things that we don't good at, and we how to fix it. Yeah, and we have to move to part two before we go out of time. Yeah, you can ask me some of these questions. Anything. Bật mic lên.
Sorry. 13 topic. Topic 13. A happy person who you know.
Yeah. I know a happy person who uh uh yeah, in my life I know a happy person who also my close friend. Um I always think about how is it possible that she is always happy like that. Yeah, and her name is Anh, a beautiful name, isn't it? Yeah, it sounds very soft and comfortable, which truly tells her personality. Yeah, before I talking about it, I have to say that our destiny is really unbelievable. Yeah, I first met her when we were 6 years old, and we were in the same class from the grade 1 to grade 12. Yeah, it means that we have been together almost every day and grow up and grow up together. Um, uh, yeah, in initially, I quickly thought that she is really taught, which made me very hesitate to break the eye with her. Yeah, but soon I realized that I was wrong. Yeah, she is totally very easygoing, empathetic, considerate, and sociable girl who always brings positive energy. Yeah, and she is also very joyful, cheerful, and delighted almost every time. Um, yeah. That's the reason why I always see her when when I'm in the bad mood. Um, she is by my side every time, and yeah, she is by my side every time and cheer me up when I'm upset because of her happiness. Yeah, and I probably think that I hardly live without her because she is a great source of energy and motivation for me, thanks to her positivity. Yeah, and she uh, uh, she helps me to understand that everything coming to us has reason and we will get more than we lost. Yeah, and because of her comfort and happiness, um, uh, she brings everyone gets into her very much, and they usually as like me, yeah, finds her when they need someone to cheer them up. Yeah, and I feel that is very a big luck, the best luck that when I met her and be a close friend with her. Yeah, we will definitely make more memories and help each other to promote ourselves together in the best way. Yeah, be quick, be quick.
So the next question I want to ask you about uh, how why is it important to protect historical building?
Yeah, um, probably I have to say that there are a range. There are many reasons why people have to protect the old and the historical building. Yeah, the main basis is the historical building bring many economic benefits of yeah, bring many economic benefits. Yeah, it can make economic sense to retain historic building and improve them to meet modern costs and requirement. Yeah, rehabilitating old buildings to their original appearance not only adds character to the area, but can also help attract investment as well as tourists if the structure are remain original. Yeah, and as well as this, I think it's in very important to protect historical building because of the aesthetic important. Yeah, old building often are made with unique valuable materials such as the hard pie, the marble, or the oak brick. Yeah, and they may have detailing and fixture that you cannot find in nowadays anymore. Yeah, so many people feel that because of this, older buildings have their own identity, yeah, and distinctive character, yeah, make them more interesting and uh, make them more interesting than the modern buildings nowadays. Yeah, and I think that are two main reasons why we have to protect the old buildings. Ê, Andy còn gửi link không thì muộn rồi.